A strong grant draft is not only persuasive, it is easy to review. Imagine a tired reviewer with a scoring form, a stack of applications, and limited time. Your first job is not to sound impressive. It is to make the need, plan, budget, and proof easy to find and easy to trust. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says applications are reviewed and scored against the evaluation criteria published in the Notice of Funding Opportunity, often called the NOFO. The National Institutes of Health says review criteria should be stated clearly in the funding opportunity, so the reviewer test starts with the criteria, not with your favorite paragraph. Every major claim should answer something the funder told reviewers to look for. First, can the reviewer find your need? Not a broad social issue, but the specific problem this grant will address. Name who is affected, what is happening, where it is happening, and why it matters now. If the need is scattered across 5 sections, the reviewer has to assemble your case for you. A practical need statement can work like a short briefing. Start with one clear claim. Add one local signal or credible data point. Then explain the consequence for the people you serve. You are not trying to prove everything about the issue. You are proving why this project belongs in this funding competition. Second, can the reviewer find your plan? The plan should show what you will do, when you will do it, and who is responsible. OJP describes programmatic review as checking whether activities are measurable, achievable, and consistent with the solicitation. That is a useful plain English standard for almost any grant draft. Build a simple chain. Goal, activity, outcome. If your goal is improved access, the activity might be outreach clinics, the output might be people served, and the outcome might be completed referrals. The reviewer should not have to guess how the activities produce the result. Third, can the reviewer find your budget logic? A budget is not just a spreadsheet, it is a second version of the project narrative. NIH notes reviewers may be asked whether the budget is sufficiently justified by the proposed project. OJP Financial Review looks at whether costs are reasonable, necessary, and allowable. For small teams, the safest habit is to tie every major cost to a visible piece of work. Staff time connects to activities. Supplies connect to service delivery. Partner payments connect to roles. Travel connects to outreach visits or staff training. If a reviewer cannot tell why the cost is there, the cost feels weak even when it is legitimate. Fourth, can the reviewer find your proof? Proof does not always mean a randomized study. It can mean credible data, past performance, partner commitments, evaluation plans, staff experience, or a realistic measurement system. The point is to show that the project is more than a good intention. Many nonprofits hide their credibility in the background section. Bring the relevant proof closer to the promise. If you say you can run the program, show the experience, partner roles, staffing plan, or operating rhythm that makes the promise believable. Reviewers need reasons to trust execution, not just reasons to like the mission. Now look for gaps. A big need with a small plan feels unrealistic. A detailed plan with a vague budget feels risky. A strong mission with weak proof feels hopeful but not fundable. The reviewer test is not about being harsh. It is about finding the confusion while you still have time to fix it. Here is a fast draft review method. Print or export the narrative and use green for need, amber for plan, blue for budget, and red for proof. If a color disappears for several pages, you may have an imbalance problem. If one paragraph tries to carry all 4 colors, you may need a clearer structure. Use headings as signposts. Mirror the notice of funding opportunity when possible. If the criterion asks for organizational capacity, use a heading that says organizational capacity. Avoid clever labels that make the reviewer translate. The easier the path, the less energy the reviewer spends searching and the more energy they spend scoring your answer. Before you submit, ask a cold reader to answer 4 prompts. What problem are we solving? What work are we doing? What will the money pay for? What proof makes this credible? If they cannot answer without coaching, the draft is not ready. A reviewer will not get your explanation in the room. The bottom line is simple. A reviewer-friendly grant draft makes the score easy to earn. Put answers where the criteria point. Line up need, plan, budget, and proof. Keep evidence close to the claims it supports. This is the grant briefing. Find the funds, read the criteria, and write stronger grants.